pressing the receivers in the scrimmage Friday. How effective did you feel like you guys were at doing that during the scrimmage?
At times we did good technique, and at times, we resorted back to old fundamentals. So the constant level of doing it right all the time, is what we're really trying to break. Once the guys do it over and over and over and over, then they feel comfortable with it. But early on, I thought we did a good job of getting hands-on. But as the scrimmage grew on, as we got tired, I thought we kind of, lacked off a little bit.
Can you comment on a guy like Eric Gordon? It seems like even in high school, he was just a playmaker, maybe not always knowing where to go last season, but how has he picked up this new system, and what have y'all seen from him?
Well, I think he's picking it up fairly well, just like everybody else. He's making some mental errors and some mistakes, because of the volume of stuff we're throwing at him right now. But we're kind of, slacking back on the installs, and he's picking up things, better than he was at the beginning of spring ball. And he's the guy that's going to have to play well for us. He understands that. And
then on Monday, what were your notes in your meeting room with the defensive backs?
Monday, just to compete every rep. Sometimes, we'll have guys, in good position, and then we will let them get back in the position that they want to get in. So just constant level of competition out there, and, being able to do it the whole play, and not just do it half the play.
And then what are you challenging your guys to do? What strides do you want to make from scrimmage 1 to 2?
Well, fundamentally you want to be sound, in what you're doing. We just want guys to master their position, master the technique that they're doing in different coverages. And if we do that, then we'll have a chance.
I know it's just happened, but what have you seen from Jerron so far? Have you seen some natural ability there?
Yeah. He played defensive back in high school, so he's a natural runner, which translates well, when you're playing a spot where you got to cover guys a lot, because he's got good balance and body control. He has good change of direction, so he's going to be a good guy for us overall. I'm very excited to have him over there.
Are you guys is it basically at the experimental stage at this point? Do you see him sticking there right now?
Well, we're going to evaluate him throughout the spring, and at the end of the spring, we're going to go back and look at all the tape and make a good decision for the kid and for the team.
What kind of spring has Marcellus had so far? He's a guy, I guess was out of the lineup for a couple games last season and earned his way back later in the year. Just how's he kind of rebounded from having a tough year last year?
He's had a really good attitude. He's a senior. He's a guy who's been around here a long time, and he's been positive in the room, and he's coming out here trying to perform, the techniques that we're coaching. He's just like everybody else. He's up and down, inconsistent right now, but he's working hard to try to get the inconsistencies out of his game.
Coach, I don't know if I already been asked this, sorry, but what does the competition at cornerback look like? It's obviously crowded, but has anyone stuck out there yet so far?
Different guys stick out different days. We don't have just one guy cut above everybody else. We got a bunch of guys in position. We're trying to figure out who can play at a high level every single snap. We got some guys that can play at a high level sometime. We're looking for the guys that can do it all the time. So we don't really have a clear cut 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. We're just trying to get through spring and keep evaluating guys and keep moving pieces around to get the right combination of guys.
The press is probably something maybe not new to a lot of these guys. You didn't see that a lot last year. How have they responded to being more physical and up in receivers' faces?
Well, the good thing about it is all of them are good players. So all of them have good speed, all of them have good length, all of them have good size, and good running ability after they jam guys. So we got the right combination of talent. We just got to continue to coach those guys and develop the tools they already got.
Isaiah Lanier's always been talked about. You like his stature, his thicker guys, a taller corner. How have you seen him develop so far this spring?
Isaiah, he's made some plays. He showed up in some spots. I would like to see him be more consistent, day in and day out. And he's just like everybody else. I keep saying this. Guys are fishing a little bit, and when you're throwing a lot at them, but they're having a lot more recall toward the back end of spring because everything's kind of sticking a little bit better.
And when it comes to Coach Sal talked about bringing pressure from the back four, from the defensive backs. How have the corners responded to that, whether that's maybe a nickel blitz, or how have they done in that aspect?
Well, that's one thing we got to get better at. We got to understand that when we're blitzing, that the quarterback may get the ball a little bit quicker, so we got to tighten our coverage up a little bit quicker when we do bring some people at the quarterback, and guys got to understand, if we're bringing attacking protection, there's 9 times out of 10 we may get some pressure on the guy. So if we can just cover that little bit tighter, we got a better chance of getting incomplete balls or making the quarterback make bad throws.
And lastly for me, Justin Coleman had an interesting journey, I guess, last year. He started like the first 3 or 4 games and then didn't really play much the rest of his year. How have you seen his confidence? How's he responded just to you guys coaching?
Well, Justin's he's a physical guy, good stature, very strong guy, maybe one of the pound strongest guys on the team maybe. I have to check the numbers to be exact on that, but he's got all the physical attributes. He's still a young guy, he's going into his sophomore year, so we're just trying to, get him to play with confidence, and trust his physical skills and go out there and compete.